Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me for Meet the Maker, my very first YouTube video on my new channel, Slip Stitchery. My name is Angelia. Most of you know me as Angie if you follow me on Facebook. I used to be Angie's Crocheting Corner, and now I'm Slip Stitchery. Obviously, I'm going through a rebrand, which I'm really excited about. I just had a new logo that was created for me from a designer on Etsy. I can link her in the description if you want to check her out. She did a fantastic job. All right, so let's get started. I am 28. I am married. My husband and I will be together for 11 years at the end of March, married 5 years in May. We have two dogs. I have a brindle pit named Buddy. He's getting on in years. It's almost 9 years, I believe. And then I have my sweet little baby, Rue. He is a Beagle Basset Hound, and let me tell you, he's a hellion. But I still love him because he's my baby. I love to sing and be goofy, and my favorite hobby besides crocheting is fishing. I can fish all day long. It's my favorite thing to do. I'm a Pisces, and I really, really love anything and everything to do with romance. I'm a romance fiend. I used to read a whole bunch, but with my business and with working and everything, I don't get to read as much as what I used to. So now I listen to a whole bunch of audiobooks, which definitely passes the time while I'm crocheting. If you didn't already know from my Facebook, I work at Michael's. And let me tell you, that 30% off discount that the employees get on top of items that are on sale just sucks you in. Ugh, I spend way too much money there. Not all of my paycheck, but a good chunk of it sometimes. Being said, luckily my husband works really, really hard to provide for us, so it's not, huge if I spend a good chunk of money on yarn and yarn accessories. But to dive into my story, I started crocheting when I was about 8. My grandma taught me. I used to go stay with her during the summer and during Christmas holiday. And one year I asked her if she would teach me how. And she started teaching me how to on a big Afghan that she was working on. And I just sit here and think how much she had to probably rip out after I got done, because I don't think I had any idea what I was doing back then. I am so grateful to my grandma for teaching me how to crochet because it's been my saving grace. When I was 18, I started having seizures really bad, and I wasn't able to go to college like how I wanted to, or to do a lot of normal things. And then when things started to finally settle down a few years after that, I had this job that I just really, really hated. I would go there and I'd cry every single day, and it just got to be unbearable. And that was in 2015. That Christmas, I had a lady who had reached out to me locally that wanted a mermaid tail blanket. And then I started to make a couple more, and I listed them on eBay to sell. And that month, I think I made like $1,000. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to really start doing this because I'm making more money doing this than at this horrible job that I hate. So then, January 2016, I quit that job and I started crocheting full time. And then that was on Etsy. I also have a Amazon account that I do handmade on Amazon. I'll do another video on how all that goes and everything. But I started, getting a lot of orders through Etsy, and that became my main way of, supporting myself financially. And then things just really, really took off. I started self-promoting and everything on Facebook and on Instagram through buy, sell, and trade groups, and I just kept getting orders. In 2017, just when my business was really starting to take off, we got hit by a tornado, and I pretty much lost everything. I had to bag up all of my yarn and pretty much throw all of it away, from insulation, glass, and stuff like that. So that was a really hard time and hard to go through. I had to shut everything down for a while till we figured out where we were going to live, and it was just too hard to do it all from a hotel room. So, but we overcame and things got better, but it also taught me that I really need to, strive for the residual income. It's not such a hard loss whenever you do get hit. And, who doesn't like money that, is easy to make? I started really pattern designing, I think in 2018, maybe late 2017. And now it's just gotten to the point where the goal just really is residual income. I get so bogged down sometimes with so many orders, and it becomes really, really stressful. And then I, start to not like crochet very much. So I have to, step back from doing so many orders and then just start branching out to other things, but still be involved in crochet. And that's, one of the things that I love about being on YouTube and being on Facebook and having such a huge community with other crocheters, is because we get to connect, in a way that wouldn't, normally be possible. Most people really tend to think that crochet is, like a dead or dying art, and that only grandmas and stuff do it. But that's obviously not the case. There is this hidden world online, if you're not in the circles that we're in, that have thousands and thousands of crocheters, young and old, and it's really neat to be able to connect with everybody. So yeah, I'm really excited about this new journey with my YouTube channel. Some of the videos that I'm going to be doing will be pattern tutorial videos. I plan on also doing pattern pics. If you don't already follow me on Facebook, I try to do a weekly post where I go through and find random patterns that I really, really like and share them as part of my Makers Helping Makers, to support everybody in the crochet community that's trying to get their content out. I'm going to be doing some yarn shopping videos, so y'all can come along with me while I go, rake in my 30% discount at Michael's. We also have some new video equipment that's coming in tomorrow, which we're super excited about. A new video camera, some lights, various hardware, which I have absolutely no idea on how to use, but luckily my husband is a pretty good tech guru, so he'll be able to sit down with me and show me how to get it all set up and everything. So hopefully it won't be too hard for me to learn. I want to thank everyone so much for the support. Whether you've been following me for years or you're relatively new, I really appreciate that you're here with me. The crochet community is just so fantastic, in that everybody's, so willing to support everyone. I think it's absolutely wonderful. I would not be able to do what I do if it wasn't for the support from everybody. So I really appreciate it. I hope that you will be back for more videos, and I'll see you. Bye. Hey everyone, so here's some of the equipment that we got in the mail today. What you're not going to see is the tripod that came with the ring light. We're actually using that with my husband's camera right now, but there was footage of it in the little clip before this, so you can actually see kind of sort of what it looks like. We got the boom arm to go with our ring light because it was a better setup for us. It moves and it's pretty level. I can move this part as well, but I just don't want to because I'm going to mess it up. And it actually has a little adapter on the inside that can hold either my phone or we have another camera that's coming next week that is probably going to hold as well. It's pretty neat. The light itself, it's got 3 different settings. It's got the fluorescent, the warm, and then the in-between. And you can lower it on any of the settings and heighten it. I'm probably going to be using this setting the most because it's a good, I guess, almost natural light. I love it that it's 360, so anything that I'm doing right here pretty much doesn't have very much shadow because it's, 360, it's direct down there. Also, like I said, the ring light did come with the tripod, so we'll occasionally be using it on the tripod itself to do like selfie type videos that aren't, like me yarn shopping or anything. I'm going to insert a clip now of me actually using a camera within the ring light to show you how it's going to look as far as the tutorial videos and everything. So here we go.